Hey folks, welcome to another Fitness Friday Posi-TIPS with Rachelle. Folks, last time I highlighted the importance once again on the value of feedback. Folks, stay on top of feedback. Integrate what you're learning, what you're hearing into your day-to-day operations to improve your facility and become the best that you can be. Certainly, feedback is at the heart of that. Folks, this time I want to kick off with one of my latest PF adventures. This time on June 1st, had an opportunity to go back to the 7 Mile Road location of Planet Fitness. Rolled in there, and the reason why I chose that particular gym, actually had a doctor's appointment in Livonia, had an opportunity to go to that particular facility. The reason why I chose it, all right, folks, so for those of you in leadership roles, one thing I'm doing during this series is giving you insight, particularly for those of you with chain type of clubs where there's a number of facilities in your particular area. All right, whether you're anytime and you've got 21 locations in your city, whatever the case may be. This is how people make decisions. And I'm sharing that with you, some of my own thought processes that recognize, so you can understand this is what people do on a day-to-day basis. Thousands, probably hundreds of thousands of people that have gym memberships are making decisions just like this. And your facility is certainly being impacted. So certainly pay attention in terms of how decision making happens. But I chose that particular location because it is the only PF location I've seen thus far that has TVs on their treadmills. First time I went in there, I noticed that off to the left side of the gym of the cardio area, I saw 6 treadmills with TVs, and then there's 4 stair climbers. And folks, the reason why I chose that gym, because I had that doctor's appointment, because they have a second location, a newer location on 5 Mile. So I looked at that facility and looked at the pictures and read the reviews. That all looked good. But the reason why I chose that 7 Mile was because the night before was the NBA playoffs game 1, and I had missed the game. And so like old times and gyms past, I was able to tune into ESPN and catch the highlights while I'm running on the treadmill. So it was so great to experience that. It was so nostalgic to experience that once again, but I had a great experience, a great workout in that area. Chrissy was at the front desk when I came in, and she was making it happen, working hard, but also highly attentive. Super focused, but highly attentive. And so had a great experience in that particular club. But folks, want to move forward quickly here. I've got some show and tell items here for this particular episode. I'm actually going to do it in a couple of other episodes within this series. So like I said, I'm never this generous. All right, so take note. But folks, the value of competitive mindset. When you think about how competitive you are or not, all right, you got to recognize competition is the language of business. Yes, profitability is the main language of business, but competition, competitive analysis is certainly at the heart of that. And it's going to start with a competitive mindset in terms of opening your eyes and opening your mind, if you aren't already, to just recognizing competitive strategy in terms of various industries and what people are doing and what you're saying and what people are doing to take their businesses and companies and corporations to the next level, facilities to the next level as well. And so an example here, I'm going to share some of my favorite reads. You notice I'm a voracious reader. For anybody who knows me will tell you that. I read a lot. And so Forbes magazine, all right, so had a top 100 innovators, all right, what companies are doing, why they are successful. But again, it starts with innovation, doing things differently. Don't operate your facility like it's 1995. All right, that's a recipe for failure, especially in today's market with technology and things are advancing and changing so rapidly. But read up and study what other companies are doing to be successful. All right, Fast Company, the world's 50 most innovative companies. All right, another one of my favorite. I'm sharing these reads with you for a purpose, but great example, but also great inspiration. All right, in terms of how you can shake things up. I mentioned I wanted to shake you up in this episode, but what you can do and what steps you can take to challenge your own thinking. Think outside the box. But if you're with a franchise, and I understand you've got limitations and things like that in terms of what you can do, but you can still improve your operational efficiency, management, all of that. There's different things that you can continue to do and improve upon to make the experience awesome for your members and to keep them for years and years and years to come. All right, I'm a prior member of the Detroit Society for HR Management, so I certainly keep my foot in HR. And part of that is, again, just one of my roles, and one of the hats that I wear professionally is for training and development. Okay, leadership, training and development, employee staff, training and development. Walmart. Okay, Walmart has had a number of challenges over the years. But what are they doing? They're making some changes within their HR area. All right, some innovative things that they're doing and trying in terms of helping to maintain and retain their employees. All right, because retail is challenging, turnover tends to be high. They've had some strategies and some struggles in terms of paying people, yada, 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 benefits not being offered. But anyway, they are innovative. They are making the necessary changes in order to be competitive, All right, so it happens. All right, home buying. In this particular country, it's always been competitive, but there's been some changes in that particular area as well. So Teresa Barr is a realtor with Keller Williams, and we get these direct mail pieces here in my subdivision all the time. But from a competitive standpoint, what is she saying here on this direct mail piece? She shows a picture of a condo in my subdivision that she just sold. So nothing is more compelling, other than just giving people free money than in a situation where they're having to choose someone to help them sell their home as someone who just sold one, just like the one you're in. All right, so very, very competitive, but also shaking up the home buying and the home selling experience. It's home investors. I received this in the mail last week. I had no clue who they were. America's #1 home buyer. So these folks are coming in saying, don't work with a realtor. Don't take that traditional, conventional approach. Call us. We can offer you the following things. You don't pay us a commission. It's a cash sale. You sell your house as is. You don't have to put your life on hold while you wait to sell, or their key selling points. How competitive is that? Don't call the realtor. That's too much uncertainty. We'll pay cash. We'll be done. We'll make this process simple and easy for you. All right, we know the banking industry in this country is super competitive, and I know different people across various markets. I receive these constantly here in Metro Detroit, but I've talked to people across the country. They receive them as well, but Chase Bank sending this, when you get this in the mail, where you can get up to $500 free based on opening various types of accounts and maintaining balances and having direct deposit, yada, 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 but very, very compelling direct marketing piece. All right, so from a marketing standpoint, this isn't a marketing episode, but I'll share this with you quickly. Direct mail has when you look at the return on investment, various marketing tactics, okay, part of a marketing plan, various tactics. Direct mail is always very low in terms of its effectiveness, its return on investment. But when you have a super compelling offer like this, $500, all right, that gets your attention. People will open this more than likely. So I would imagine their return on investment is certainly much higher than the average across industries of using direct mail, because this is so compelling, of just $500 and you just open it up like, what is this? $500 free dollars? What do I have to do to sign up? All right, so the furniture industry, super, super competitive. Especially, I'm going to highlight an example here of Metro Detroit. For those of you who live here, Art Van and Gardner White Furniture are always going at each other. All right, and so in my particular area, or my suburb, Novi, Art Van has pretty much run the market. But now, super, super close now, Gardner White Furniture was announcing their grand opening. So they're offering a free 16-piece stainless steel grill tools, all right, now open, all right, so grand opening. So very, very compelling. So what do you do when a competitor opens up down the street? And I'll share this with you going back to my visit to that Livonia Planet Fitness location on 7 Mile on June 1st. As I was driving there that morning, I was just, I'm very observant. I'm going to talk about that next time. The power of paying attention and being observant, and how important that is to your success, particularly as a fitness facility leader, and understanding the competition and what's going on in your market. If you're paying attention, if you're observant, you will know, and you'll be able to be more proactive in terms of neutralizing any type of competitive threats. But I'm driving on 7 Mile. I'm on my way to Planet Fitness. I look over and I see a LA Fitness sign, and I'm thinking, now what's going on? They have the other location also within Livonia. The first location is on, Plymouth Road. What's going on? Long story short, they're opening up. I actually went to the LA Fitness website, and they're opening up. They're in pre-sale mode for that particular gym now. And I'm going to talk more about this in the sales episode, which should be about 3 weeks from now. When you've got a major competitor that opens up down the street, and I thought about that when I think LA Fitness, when those corporate chains and your Lifetime Fitness, especially your LA Fitness chains like that open up down the street, those are definite competitive threats, because those are very profit driven, very sales oriented, high pressure. They're known for their high pressure sales types of approaches, where they're coming at people with no holds barred. So that is definitely a competitive threat. We want to talk about how to neutralize those from a sales standpoint. In your case, you may have a Planet Fitness that opens up down the street. It happens all the time. And then all of a sudden, half your members leave, and then you're teetering on the brink of closing. So we're going to talk more about that, but it happens all the time. All right, car buying experience. We know traditionally what has happened. Okay, you buy or you lease a car. But as the Detroit News highlighted on May 21st, in an article by Carol Lacknick, okay, talking about car subscriptions offer an alternative. All right, people use monthly subscriptions to pay for a lot of things they used to buy: music, smartphones, books, and even clothes. Why not cars? That's the thinking behind car subscription services that are cropping up in LA, San Francisco, the New York metro area, Atlanta, and several other cities in the South and Midwest. For a monthly fee and a minimal commitment, you get a car with a warranty, maintenance, roadside assistance, a prescribed mileage allowance, and typically insurance. How about that? Shaking up the car buying industry. All right, and one of my things fell, so I'm going to pick this up here. Going back to car buying, I live in Motor City, so we get a lot of stuff on cars. So a direct mail piece. Again, this was a very compelling one because I was invited to a special in-dealership Audi event. So they're shaking things up. Again, innovation. They've got this event that they held, an opportunity to drive the 2018 Audi Q5 and A4 compared to the competition. Again, competitive analysis. An exclusive Audi Sport driving experience with the 2018 Audi R8, RS5, and RS3. Dynamic autocross driving circuits, one-on-one guided experience by professional driving instructors, complimentary snacks and beverages, bring a guest, participant gifts, receive an exclusive $500 incentive when you purchase or lease a select new, unused 2017 or 2018 Audi vehicle. All right, they're not counting on people, just a random auto buyer, to just show up in their dealerships. No, they're proactively marketing to folks and inviting them to these special invitation-only events with awesome things happening inside. So grocery industry, huge, okay, known for low margins, super competitive. You got Walmart, the world's largest retailer, certainly just shook things up when they went to that super size, the super center store model where they've got groceries and they sell a ton of groceries. But now you've got Amazon, you've got other folks with grocery delivery. I mean, it's just continues to get super competitive. But Kroger, a mainstay of the traditional market, Kroger. All right, Kroger has recently done a rebrand. Again, just what can we do to be more competitive, remain viable? All right, in this particular market. So they've rebranded it. If you've been in a Kroger's lately, you've seen this. Say hello to lower prices. You've got their employees wearing these bright yellow t-shirts to match this ad overlay. They've got this particular same overlay on the windows. When you walk into their stores, you see these big bright ad wrap overlays on their windows. Another example, say hello to lower prices. So it's coming on a weekly basis, this rebrand. This was an example of one of their older trash grocery bags. Great food, low prices. All right, and what does it say now? Say hello to lower prices. The rebrand. Again, focusing on that value segment. People want lower prices, so they are offering that. All right, on a proactive now, more compelling basis now with that rebrand. To close out this episode, can't talk about competition within the fitness industry without highlighting Anytime Fitness. I've talked about them a number of times over the last few years. Anytime Fitness for 2015 and 2016 was ranked number one global brand across all brands, all industry. But they are in the fitness, obviously the fitness chain industry, but have experienced tremendous growth overseas, and of course being named the number one global brand has certainly caused that strong international growth, which is very, very tough for a fitness chain to do. And in my opinion, I don't see that happening with another chain moving forward for a long time, if ever. I mean, that is very, very tough to essentially say, regardless of where you are in the world, you want to start a franchise, Anytime Fitness, you will be successful. I mean, you can't guarantee someone's success in entrepreneurship, but they've certainly got the tools, and you look at the story of Anytime Fitness, their background, you look at their three co-founders, and they started out, folks, running gyms initially, but then they came together and became fitness facility or fitness industry consultants, helping folks grow membership at their prospective gyms across the country. Okay, improve management and operational efficiency. So they came together with those strengths and founded Anytime Fitness, all right, in 2002, have achieved extraordinary success, folks. But in 2012, one of the key pillars of their success, all right, was Chuck Runyon, one of the co-founders, wrote this book, Workout Sucks. Now, it's not Working Out Sucks. It's not a fitness book about how wonderful Anytime Fitness is or how wonderful he is as a manager, and that was very innovative, the approach that he took with this book. It is a book written for the everyday person, giving them fitness tips. He co-wrote it with a dietitian, a conditioning specialist, as well as, someone with an MSW, Master's in Social Work. So very, 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 very holistic approach to looking at the psychology and the sociological impacts of it. But also you've got the trainer and the conditioning specialist who's a dietitian. So it's a wonderfully packaged book. but it talks about, things that people can do to be successful, but very innovative approach. So look about published this book, 2012, so 2015, #1 global brand. All right, same thing for 2016. All right, so for the US, they've led the industry in terms of fitness chains and the fitness industry. In the US, they're always certainly ranked at their highest ranking fitness brand or chain within Entrepreneur Magazine's rankings every year. 2017, if I recall correctly, they were number 17, but Planet Fitness quickly on their heels at number 21. Certainly deserves an honorable mention for that. But again, unique, innovative approach. And this truly, in my opinion, this book, of course, with just the strengths of Anytime Fitness, of having just an average facility size of 5,000 square feet, which is smaller and easy to manage. Average membership base of 825. So you're not chasing volume in terms of trying to get thousands and thousands of people in your facility to enhance your own profitability and break-even point. So it's a lot of things that they're doing, but it started with innovation, being different. All right. So I want to, like I said in the last episode, shake you up, do things differently. All right. Don't operate your facility like it's 1995 or even 2016. You got to do things differently. Things are rapidly changing in the world. Competition is the language of business, so I challenge you to do so and be very, very, very competitive. Thanks so much for your time. Make it a wonderfully fit day.